What's up, guys? Hey, this is Christian Brindle with Six Figure Medicare Agent. Hope this video finds you doing well. And we're back with another video. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about content marketing in your insurance business and how it can be beneficial, what it actually means, what you actually would have to do if you wanted to implement this strategy, and what some realistic expectations might be for how fast it can actually pay some dividends. You know what I mean? But before we get into that, guys, we got to talk about my favorite telemarketing lead company, and that is Lead Heroes, guys. Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to Medicare supplement leads, final expense leads, turning 65 leads. They're just your one-stop shop for all things telemarketed insurance-based leads. Just because you watch this video, guys, Lead Heroes is going to give you 10% off any order you make on their website. Coupon code can be found down in the description, as well as a link to their website. So go ahead and check them out this summer, and I think you might be pleased with what they can bring to maybe an additional attack or avenue in your marketing and your business. All right, guys, so let's talk about one of my favorite topics to discuss, and that is content marketing, baby. It's what I talked about at Medicare Con, Justin Brock's conference and the Medicare Gurus conference back in February. It's what I'm going to be talking about at 8% Nation in July for my breakout session that I will be doing. If you're going to be there, I would love to have you come out and spend some time with me on my breakout session. I believe it's going to be Saturday. But I'll post more about that as it becomes available to me. But I'm excited to kind of break into this topic a little bit deeper. But this is kind of maybe a preview of what a talk like that would actually entail. Content marketing, my friends, is essentially when you put a piece of content out there. Content can best be explained, to me anyway, my definition, it might not be the dictionary definition, but my definition is something that you create that is designed to educate somebody on a product or service. It's what I'm doing right now. I'm educating you right now on the form and idea of content marketing, right? I'm using content to educate you about content. Right? It's something that you put out there. It can come in many different shapes and forms. It could be videos. It could be ebooks you've written. It could be actual books that you've written, like paperback books. I've written several, self-published several. It could be a blog, a website. It could be a Facebook group, right? It could be an Instagram account where you're posting just like maybe fun facts every day. It could be on LinkedIn. Content marketing, it could be a podcast, right? Content marketing can really be anything you want it to be. And the whole purpose of it is you're providing value to your audience, to your target audience. You're putting stuff out there that your target audience is going to find valuable and helpful, and it might be something that they can't find anywhere else, or if they can find it somewhere else, you bring a very unique and twist to it, right? You bring your own spin to it, essentially, which someone might be able to resonate with more than if another person put it out there, just because of, personality matches and things like that. Some people identify more with other people. That is what I would define as content marketing. Content marketing is a wonderful way in 2021 to grow your business. Now, this is what I would tell you about content marketing. As somebody who is a large and very serious content marketer, just to kind of go over some things that we do. And we do content marketing for agents. We do content marketing for beneficiaries, consumers. We do a bit of both. So, like, we have a YouTube channel, which you're watching right now, which is called Six Figure Medicare Agent for insurance agents, particularly Medicare agents. You have a YouTube channel called Christian Brindle Insurance Services, which is specifically designed which works with people that are beneficiaries of Medicare, essentially. We have the Facebook group, Six Figure Medicare Agent, that works with agents, right? That's where we post a lot of free information, a lot of free content. I have a book out there right now called How to Be a Six Figure Medicare Agent for Insurance Agents. It kind of goes over my start, my journey. It kind of, goes into a little bit of detail on some things I did right, some things I did wrong. It's supposed to be looked at as a learning experience for agents. There's also books we put out there that we've self-published for Medicare beneficiaries that have been very helpful. Kind of walks through somebody's choices, essentially. So there's so many different forms of content marketing that you can put out there. We also have a podcast called Taco Tuesday. Let's talk about insurance. That the video portion of that is live streamed into the group, and then the recording is put up here on the YouTube channel for Six Figure Medicare Agent. Then we have the recordings of that, the audio version that's broadcast across the web wide for the audio. And then we also have a Medicare podcast that's been very influential called the Everything Medicare Podcast that helps beneficiaries on Medicare. So there is a lot of content that we put that out there into the stratosphere. What that does for you, and the mindset you need to have when you're content marketing is it's a snowball effect. Let me explain what I mean by that. You're building something for the long haul, right? It's something that where you put out a piece of content with the expectation and the idea that someone might stumble across it 6 months from now, and it might be able to allow them to discover you, essentially. Or maybe that you put out something that they really liked, or something that you said was very helpful for them, answered a question for them, and they might want to do business with you in some form or capacity. That is the whole point of content marketing. It's essentially to give you social status, right? Higher social status in the area or the topic that you're discussing or teaching about. It's also to allow you to reach infinitely more people than you can just by individually doing something on your own, right? If I put a video out, there's no limit to the number of people it can reach. If I do a good job with the video, it could reach an unlimited amount of people. But if I'm just individually trying to talk to people one-on-one, let's just say, over the phone, there's definitely a cap to how many people I can talk to because I can only speak to them one at a time. But if I make a video like this, I can reach infinitely amount of people all simultaneously, right? So it's an efficiency thing, it's a diversity thing, it's a social status thing. It's also something to where, those people like to do business with those who are willing to give, right? People understand that if I'm willing to give you something for free, I might be a good guy. I might be a nice person because I'm not asking for anything in return other than just your support. And so that person might want to get contracts with us, right? If they're an insurance agent, they might want to buy a course of ours, and maybe they'll buy a book that I put out, something like that. Or if it's a consumer, maybe they might want to do their Medicare health plan with us. Maybe they might want to shop their Medicare plan with us. That is the whole idea of content marketing. Now, one thing that's important to understand about content marketing is when you're putting stuff out there on the internet, it's like throwing a rock into the Grand Canyon. That's how Grant Cardone explains it. It's like throwing a rock into the Grand Canyon, so you have to throw a lot of rocks. One rock is not going to get the job done if you're trying to fill up the Grand Canyon. And truth be told, you probably are never going to be able to fill up the Grand Canyon, but you want to put as much in the stratosphere as possible. That's what Feed the Beast is all about, right? Feed the Beast is about putting out as much content as you possibly can, and you want to make it quality and all that stuff is important, but it's probably just as important, if not more important, that you put a lot of quantity out there. You want good quality content, but you also want a lot of it because one piece of content is not going to make as much of a difference as you might think. It has to be a consistent content schedule. So one thing I always tell people when they want to know about content marketing is you have to put out a schedule. You have to come up with a schedule. So on this channel, we have 3 normal videos a week that are scheduled to come out. Usually they're going to come out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, in the past, they've come out at about 1 p.m. my time, Mountains time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But lately, we've been experimenting with them coming out about 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time instead, just to try to play with the timing of it all. But we have a very dedicated content marketing schedule for this. We also do Taco Tuesday replays, which come up in the evenings every single Tuesday. So that's something that our audience knows, they're expecting, and they know that it's coming. Because we're consistent about it. With the Everything Medicare podcast for years, I was doing 3 podcasts a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've now downed it to 1 a week every Monday. And so the audience is kind of expecting that. So coming out with a schedule is important. It's not a good idea to just put stuff out sporadically, right? Just randomly, especially when it comes to YouTube. So that's one thing I would give you as a tip for YouTube. Come up with a schedule. Stick to the schedule. Make sure the schedule is something that you can maintain long term and it's not something that's too much. Like if you're trying to put out a video every single day and you're a one-man show, it's probably a little bit more than you can handle. You're biting off more than you can chew, especially if you're running a business, you're trying to sell, all those things. So coming up with a schedule that you can actually maintain is important, but you also need it to be consistent enough to where you can essentially be noticed and recognized. Putting out a lot of content is a great thing for your business. And I think it's going to be more and more viable, my friends, as time goes on. I feel like marketing organizations should be putting out content. I feel like recruiters should be putting out content, and you as agents should be putting out content and growing a following. It builds social status. It helps people get a feel for you. And when they're shopping you, it makes them realize that you might be the type of person that they want to do business with. And that is a great form of content marketing. Now, the other thing is expectations with content marketing. You don't want to come into it right away with the expectations that it's going to bear fruit right away. I always tell people that you probably want to lean heavily into a content marketing strategy for somewhere between 6 to 12 months before you really start to see results from it. You have to believe, right? You have to believe in the strategy. Some strategies are probably going to be more valuable than others. Like I would probably put growing a Facebook group or growing a YouTube channel head and shoulders above any other form of content marketing when it comes to social media. Building a website is immensely important. Building a blog is immensely important. So it's about kind of understanding which needs to be a priority for you over something else. Like I would put my YouTube channel as a higher priority than my TikTok channel. Not that I don't think that there's positivity for my TikTok channel. It's just YouTube, in my opinion, is a more stable, reliable base, right? I know what it is, I know what it can become, and I know what I'm getting. TikTok might be more of an unproven commodity. Not that it's not valuable. I'm just using that as an example. So anyway, guys, that's just a little bit of tips I wanted to give you on content marketing, what it can do for your business, why you might want to consider doing it. Content marketing is not something that's going to replace everything that you do in your business, but it is one form of marketing and long-term campaigns and planning that you can put out there into the stratosphere that can supplement everything that you're doing. If you're calling leads, don't stop calling leads. Keep calling leads. Do content marketing on the side as much as you can or can't do. And you might just have an additional flow to your business that you might have not seen before. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything that you want me to touch on that maybe you wish I talked about that I didn't, drop it down in the comment section. If you have anything that you want to add, if you've been successful with content marketing, we'd love to hear about it. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like so more agents just like you can see it and find it easier. And thanks for watching. Here's to your success and your abundance. Thanks, guys.